It's tough to garner enough luck to best the sweepstakes. So why don't people gamble on one that's a lot more likely to win? The food lottery. Here are some big winners. Giant pumpkin. Giant pumpkin have long been heard of, as growing giant vegetables is like an Olympic sport in the gardening niche. However, nobody in the US has ever grown one that weighs over 2,560 pounds. Now that one takes serious effort and luck. When Travis Geinger grew his huge pumpkin at home, he didn't think it was set to win a US record. The horticulture teacher from Minnesota traveled 2 days to California to show off his miracle pumpkin. To prepare for the 35-hour ride, he meticulously wrapped it in plastic, wet blankets, and cushioning to keep it safe. His efforts finally paid off when, upon weighing, everybody at the 49th World Championship Pumpkin Weigh-Off in Half Moon Bay was left in awe. Vegetables can be tricky with what conditions they grow in. It takes serious skill and knowledge to learn the workarounds in growing superfruits. According to Travis, growing a vegetable like that in Minnesota, especially when it's spring, is close to impossible, and yet he made it work. Should one be interested in growing their own giant pumpkins, just know that you'll need to water it with 75 gallons of water every day. Very long potato chip. One of people's biggest common vexations when opening bags of chips is that they no longer stay the round, crispy delights they are as you eat them. It can be how brittle they are, or how they got tossed around before they reach the shelves. As soon as you open a bag, they're not nearly as perfect as you expect. This British man doesn't live the common experience. He thought of getting a snack, opened a pack, and pulled out not 2, not 3, but a 6-inch long potato chip out of the bag. In his words, as he pulled it out, it just went on and kept going. He was so stumped, he immediately thought of getting a tape measure just to check. Talk about big crisp. In his fascination, he's locked the giant chip away for safekeeping. He didn't want anyone to accidentally crush his lucky chip. An internet user hypothesizes that chips in bags are originally that size, but break down to smaller ones once they get packed. That's a bit hard to believe, but would you agree? Seedless avocado. It's hard enough to force some people to get a taste of fruit to improve their health. Fruits are expensive and take a bit more effort to prepare compared to frozen dinners. Some produce can be disrespectful, though, such as avocados that come in all pit. They definitely test people's patience. Sure, there are a variety of stoneless avocados now. However, their pickle-like appearance can be unsettling. Frankly, they don't look that appetizing either. It does not give what you'd call a full avocado experience. An avocado's pit takes up quite the space inside the fruit, adding to its weight. But with it gone, a lot more flesh would be in there for sure. That is why this picture of a seedless avocado took the internet by storm. The only hint of seed in there is the tiny nub found in the middle. Other than that, it's pure avocado goodness. It's as freaky as it is mesmerizing. People have commented, saying it was the most perfect version of the fruit ever sighted. Every bite of that avocado toast was full mouthful for sure. 1.5 times the candy. Getting more than what you paid for just makes you day. This internet user's sister's day really turned for the better when she opened this pack of drumstick. It didn't just come with the one ice cream cone, but also an additional bit of everyone's favorite part. We love the goodness that's the creamy ice cream and chocolate dip. But let's admit, that last tip of the cone that hides the surprise chocolate really hits different. Her one pack didn't just come with the one ice cream, but also an extra crunch from the free chocolate coney tip. These people also got an extra half of their candies from the individual packs. That's something you can show off to the folks in the playground. It's a production issue that's relatively harmless, so it's safe to say that everyone agrees they can just keep coming. Giant produce. If you're into juicy, tropical mangoes, prepare to look away because this man will make you angry jealous. From an average, routine market trip, he just scored the mango lottery when he got this one that's just under 2 pounds. It's so big, it completely covers his hand. The huge mango is close to the size of a papaya. Extra frozen pizza.
Okay, here we go.
Here's your sausage pizza.
Holy crap.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Don't you hate it when you get food that's just not worth what you paid for?
Oh my God.
This man was perplexed when he found this trippy-looking pizza that had just one pepperoni in it. Granted, maybe that's all you need to call it one. You'll still need to slice it 6 ways for everyone sharing to have a bite of said pepperoni. This one isn't having a better day when the scrumptious-looking picture of pizza on the packet was not at all what he got out of it. It was not looking cheesy and saucy at all. The meat is dull, and the cheese is the wrong kind of curdles. Not looking very appetizing at all. Perhaps all their luck went into this person right here, who got a whole other pie in his box. Double yolk and double yolk again. People who regularly cook with eggs are likely to have experienced cracking a double yolk egg, perhaps while frying their morning fill of the staple dish. It's an experience that you can recall happened only a handful of times in your life. Even now, it's been impossible to intentionally breed hens that can regularly produce them. However, these people's luck are beyond average. They didn't just crack one of the kind, but had one after the other going on and on. Watch as this guy splits 3 hard-boiled double yolks in a row. That's a whole meal. He dresses it with spices and sauce, but that doesn't take people's attention away from the 6 halves bearing twin yolks. Now that's a conversation starter during mealtime. Meanwhile, this farmer trumps the earlier record as he cracks not 3, but 5 double-yolked eggs in a row. The odds of getting even just one are 1 in every 1,000, and yet he got 5 in the same sitting. He better have given those hens some extra meals, because that is a huge feat. Mega candy. We've had a look at people who got an extra in their candy. But these ones are different. Their candies came with a lot more heft than the average. Sour Patch Kids? More like Sour Patch Mutant. This man got a good laugh out of this find for sure. What usually comes as smaller, tolerable pieces of candy has morphed to one that's bound to be a lot more sour than expected. This might be the result of another machine blunder, but who cares if you get this long string of pure marshmallow? Just as the earlier potato chip man framed his prized find, this long marshmallow might deserve the same treatment too. Triple bananas and strawberries. These triple berries are 3 times the charm. In case you didn't know, botanically, bananas are considered berries and fruit. But back to these wonder fruits. These banana lovers find themselves in quite the lucky spot when they found ones that are worth 3. The skins are fused, and when opened there appears to be 3 within the same casing. They might be better for making homemade healthy ice cream or smoothies, but if you can dare eat it on its own, prepare for a huge mouthful. Here's another triple berry contender. But first, let's clear something up on the get-go. Despite being in its name, as it turns out, strawberries aren't botanically considered berries since they do not grow like berries do. Scientists even call them false fruit. Funnily, bananas are more berry than strawberry. What a weird turn. Anyways, these people lucked out in getting 3 strawberries in one go. Just like the bananas, they are fused together, all while having kept the original form of their individual fruit. The one looking like a star is a bit trippy, but hey, that's still the same tasting strawberry. Vending machine luck. This food lottery finalist doesn't just win the top spot for the luck, but for the courage of gambling. We've had our fair share of vending machine experiences, some very good, some not that great. Vending machines have skimped people of money, not dropped the items, and broke at the worst moments. It really makes one hesitate ever buying from one again. Well, these people exacted their revenge. They took the chance to not only get their items of choice, but the rest that didn't fall the first time. In the videos, it can be seen that they took the time to strategize and figured what to buy so the right item drops upon the others in a way that everything gets retrieved. Is it pure genius, or was there luck involved? It's a share of both. While the strategizing takes genius, finding a machine that already had items that failed to fall took crazy luck. See you all next time.